So we're here at Transform 2025, and we're capturing the essence of partnerships and alliances between the vendors here, and this show has been exceptional in that regard, and we found something exceptional going on here, where two partners are collaborating, they're sharing some space and some stories. So anxious to our guests here, Shelly from Morales HR and Coco Brown from Athena Alliances. How did this collaboration start, and what's going on here? If you could introduce.
Amazing. So I'm Shelly Morales, and I'm the founder and CEO of Morales HR, and we are the true talent connectors. We do talent to executive search, and that's for all roles, all levels, and all professions.
Hi, I'm Coco Brown. I'm the founder and CEO of Athena Alliance, which is a platform for community and advancement for executive women.
Yeah, just if you could describe a little bit of how this came to fruition and where you're going with it.
Just about 3.5 years ago, I got really connected with Coco and just found her to be a beautiful human, and I've spent a lot of time with her since. And we just found that there's synergies in what we are doing, and we're really both just out to help as many humans as possible. And Coco's focused on women and where they're headed, and she'll tell you about that. And for me, it's just about how do we make a difference in people's lives through how do we help them find jobs.
Outstanding. All right.
Yeah, and I would just say when you find synergies between businesses and you, I think at the core, what we recognize in each other is people that we really believe in with businesses that we really believe in, and it becomes easy for me to talk about her business and her to talk about my business, and for us to collaborate in a way that when one of us has credibility, it lends credibility to the other, and more of us need to do that. I think that's probably at the heart of why people are partnering, right? You find yourself in this space of like true grokking each other and believing in what each other does, and then wanting to perpetuate that. And when we can collaborate, we're better. What is the saying? The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think that my philosophy has been like we are stronger together, even at all turns. The more we help each other, the more successful we all are. And so this partnership with Athena, in that, like Coco said, when I might be able to help her and she might be able to help me, and it really helps just the community at large. And so that's why we do things together.
That's fantastic, and certainly this is a great venue for it. It sounds like you're doing it outside of the event. And have you done this before at other events, or are you planning to? Maybe you could speak to that, one of you.
Shelly and I are constantly partnering in each other's spaces. One thing is when we are out in the wider world and somebody's saying, what are you excited about, and who do you like to work with, and why do you like to work with them? That's like a no-brainer. And anytime I find the opportunity myself to say, oh, by the way, have you heard of Morales HR? I like to say that. In the same way that like we talk, what have we seen here that we really love? Oh, there's this great company called Zappa. We want to tell you about it. These are, it's not just an event focus, it's a way of being. When you find people that you really want to grow and raise and lift up, you do it. And the more we do that for each other, the more it comes back to us. I think that's at the core of who we are.
Yeah, I would agree. And when I think about whatever it was 2.5 or 3 years ago, when I first really got involved with Athena and I saw what Athena was doing and the difference that it was making, I was like, oh, this resonates with me and I want others to experience it. I am the biggest fan of Athena outside of Transform. And when we talked about, oh my gosh, put it together, like look at our backdrops, they are intentionally aligned, and that just follows our alignment.
One other thing about in terms of that partnership, when you think about executive search or search in general, right? She does top to bottom search in general. There's so many search firms out there, right? So what differentiates one search firm from another search firm? It's the ethos, the culture, is your ability to trust in will they deliver, and do they know what a good human is? Because if you can find great people and you know how to put talent together, then that's what kind of makes you stand out and stand apart. Similarly, our business, you can't be a part of Athena and not be a good human, because we won't survive that way. We're a network, we're a community. So people who come into the network and the community and who are learning together have to be of the mindset of, I want to see everybody else rise. So even though our businesses are very different in a sense, they're very connected in another, right?
Oh, yes. And I think every single person that I run into and that I refer to Athena is that type of person. And then I think the same is true on the other side. As Coco brings people to me, she only brings me people that are going to be good humans, because I don't want to work with anyone who is not as a candidate and not as a client.
I love the collaborative approach to everything and supporting each other in a variety of ways. Independently, do you also have additional partners outside of this partnership, or is this kind of unique to each of your businesses? We'll just wrap up with that one question if you could.
Oh my God, I think we're both eager to answer that question. Yes, there's a number of them. One that we're both very excited about because we're collaborating equally and in some ways different ways, but also trying to figure out how as much as possible we can come together as a team, is a company called Zappa, run by this fabulous entrepreneur, former CEO in other ways, and also a public and private board director, Christine Heckert. She's democratizing learning for the entirety of the business with an emphasis on the masses, the Gen Zs and the millennials who don't get access to the kind of executive learning that my platform provides. So if I focus at that executive level and she has the masses and we can come together, that's a top to bottom, bottom to top, whichever way you want to look at it, solution that we're bringing forward to customers and not having them have to parse things together themselves. And so these are the kinds of things that we think about all the time, is like, how do we create better solutions by being together? So yeah, do you want
Yeah, 100%. And Christine and I actually did a talk today.
Yes.
So we just had our talk just a bit ago here at Transform, obviously. And I do think, yes, I think partnerships are very important. I say all the time, there's so much work out there. Let's find ways to help each other. Let's think about rev share. Let's think about how we can refer, not for revenue, but for just common goodness and connections. And I think that's what's been such strong partnership with Athena and Morales HR. And then also on top of that, it just has a long tail. My story here at Transform is I walked around and said, if everybody around here can be a founder, so can I. And then from there, everything has just been building on it and building on it and building on it. And here we are today. So it's pretty amazing.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for taking some time to share your stories a bit, and maybe we'll do another one next year. We'll see if things are the same.
A bigger extension.
There you go.
Will be there,
Awesome.
And then,
Well, why not?
Partnering,
Maybe some extra partners.
Thank you so much for stopping by and for asking us to do this with you. I'm super excited. Thanks.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you. Any
Thank you.
final words?
Thank you very much. Yeah, the collaboration's where it's at.
Outstanding. You heard it here first, so we'll check in next year and see how things change.
Special thanks to our subscribing corporate members who provide the primary funding that powers our community platform and empowers our mission.